Old school RuneScape for many is considered to be one of the greatest MMOs of all time, and I've started a quest to see just why that is. Having primarily played World of Warcraft for the past 2 decades, I have the privilege to be able to play RuneScape from a completely blind perspective, and I'm challenging myself by attempting to complete every quest in the game in Iron Man mode without the use of guides. Today, I offer you a glimpse in the experience of a World of Warcraft transplant's first adventure in the world of RuneScape. Okay, so this is a little bit awkward, but I'm recording an intro after the recording of this episode that you're about to see because I recorded too much at the end of the previous episode and I go straight into the farming minigame at the Tithe Farm, thinking that I would have it in the last episode, but it got a little bit too long, so I'm putting it at the beginning of this episode, and then after that, as you'll see, we'll embark on our quest to I suppose. Sorry, it's 5 a.m. as I record this. My sleeping schedule is really poor lately. So yeah, I'll just hand it off to past me here. Let's look at the mini games here. I would still like to do one. What about the Tithe Farm? Because we know where that is. Here we go. Oh, we can't. Enter Farmer Gricoleur's farm first. We know where this is. This is... What the f was that? There's something weird with this place, like random events happen. It happened a couple times when I was doing my Cosmic Rune farming. I'd never seen that one though. So the Tithe Farm is in Kurend. Kurend, where is Kurend? Here we go. It's south of one of our herb spots right here, southeast I guess. So we have to physically enter the place first before we can do it. This is... I can't remember if we talked about this yet, but I suspect that this is the farmer's minigame, because if you go to minigames here, you go to Tithe Farm, you can get the farmer's set, which I'm assuming is the XP set for farming, much like many of the other sets in the game. So I don't really use farming too much, honestly, but obviously it would be nice to have, because I'm sure some quests will require it, or maybe some quests will require plants that we grow, like the white berry is the obvious example. So let's check it out. I know this video is already going to be very long, but hopefully we can do this quick. Kurend. What the f? Get away from me. Oh god, those things are scary. That has happened to me. Those guys are scary. We haven't really discovered a mini game in quite a while. Been mainly just questing, I suppose. I'm actually sticking with the objective of the series. That's abnormal of me. Okay. Let us see what the Tithe Farm is all about. Will the Mono Madness conquer the Tithe Farm? Perhaps he can grow healthy vegetables to support his nutritional health, which he can supplement with today's sponsor, AG1. Normally I have time for 2 things in life: complaining about World of Warcraft and editing videos complaining about World of Warcraft, which leaves little time to care for my mortal gamer coil. And that's one of the reasons why I like AG1. It's just 1 scoop mixed into cold water the first thing in the morning, or night if you have a degenerate sleep schedule such as myself. You put it in about 12 ounces of cold water, shake that bad boy up, and consume. It replaces the need for a multivitamin, probiotics, and more in 1 daily drink, which makes it easier to stay consistent. It has vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food sourced ingredients designed to support gut health, immune health, and steady energy production. So, whether you're traveling, getting out more, or just trying to reset a few habits, it's nice having something quick and easy. And they also have these travel packs, which makes it easier to keep the routine going on the small chance when you're not in your basement. Through my link, you'll get a flavor sampler, as well as a bottle of vitamin D3 and K2 free in your welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription, which is a $72 value. So check it out today at drinkag1.com/MadSeasonShow, or scan the QR code on the screen. The farming minigame. Remember, we also can enter the Farmers Guild, which is up here. There's some, it's like, There's so many things that I need to do, but it's just like, I don't have enough time to do it. There's only so much time per video to do stuff. Farmer Grickler, let's talk to him. Hello, young sir. Do you want to work on my farm? What is this? Deposit the sack. I grow fruit here. Special fruit. Grows very fast, but needs a lot of tending. Otherwise it gets the blight and dies. These days I'm getting old and slow. You can see all the dead plants from where I've tried to farm them. I'm a fruit farmer, but I'm a bit too... Yeah, you already said that. Damn, he really is old. Yeah, have you any rewards? Okay. Tithe points. Farmer straw hat for 75. Yeah, okay. I suspected it's farming XP boost. Oh, you can actually buy super compost. For 5 though, that sounds hefty. If the clothes are like 50 each, for 1 super compost, it's like 1/10 that. Yeah, that sounds bad. Herb box. Ooh. Contains random herbs. That sounds really good. Maybe this would be a way to level herb lore too. Grape seed, we don't have that yet. Seed pack, that could be useful. Seed box. Anti-buster carrying seeds, yeah. Grickoler's can. His farmer water then should fit in such a small can. I don't really use the can. I've never seen anybody use the can, so I don't really use the watering can. Everybody only uses compost and then they go. They never use the watering can, so I feel like watering the plants isn't really useful. The sack for... Wow, okay, so there's a lot of important stuff here. Auto weed. When enabled, weeds no longer grow in your farming patches. It doesn't remove weeds that are already grown there, but it stops them from growing back once purchased. It can be turned on. Interesting. So this is an item you can toggle weeds on and off. That sounds useful because you only use weeds to get normal compost, and I've outgrown that at this point. Okay. I like to work on your farm. Alright, take a handful of seeds from the table, head into the farm. When you've harvested some fruit, deposit it straight into the sacks. Remember, you have to water the plants at each stage, otherwise they die of blight. Fertilizer makes them grow faster, or die faster if you don't water them. Gain extra experience if you grow enough of the fruit successfully. Is he gonna, give us these supplies, or do I have to go back to the bank? Oh, interesting. It's cut off by levels. I am level 60, so I can take tier 2. I can take the Bolagano seed. Just take 100, I guess. It seems like he's not supplying us with, fertilizer and stuff. I don't know, let's just go in there. I totally know what I'm doing. Alright, what are we doing? Usually, oh, they have a tool leprechaun. Oh, perfect, perfect. Usually, I was gonna say, usually in these mini games, they supply the tools required. And I got a watering can in here too, luckily. Okay, good. I'm just gonna take normal compost for now, until I figure out what I'm doing. Take a seed dipper, take a spade mite, let's take a rake, take plant cure, just fill the watering can. Got 8 shots, nothing in the crates. Apple basket. They're not your apples. So we just plant seeds, I suppose. Water. Compost. Only sulfurous fertilizer is effective on these plants. Sulfurous fertilizer. Onion basket. Where do we get the sulfurous fertilizer? What the hell are you talking about? He didn't say where you get the fucking fertilizer. This is where you deposit the fruit. I don't understand where you get the sulfurous fertilizer. Oh, he gave it to me. Grickoler's fertilizer. I'm trying to figure out, so yeah, you have to click the fertilizer every time. That is kind of annoying. So just like normal farming, you only fertilize once, but you water every stage. Okay. I wonder, what's the best method of doing this, you know what I mean? You probably don't want to overextend. Okay, harvest. How the hell are you gonna harvest this? Is a giant fruit. Oh my god. Oh shit, I gotta water. So maybe that watering can is worth it. Okay, you have to re-fertilize for every new plant. Gotcha. No, they're dying. Okay, see, yep, I overextended. Okay, so there's... I need to... I just need to figure out how many I can handle. Probably... Okay. Beautiful gameplay. It's definitely not an AFK-friendly activity, that's for sure. This requires your full attention at all times. Okay, I kind of get it. It seems fairly basic, to be honest. I wonder, there's so many spots because you share this place with other people. I betcha. Refill water. Yeah, definitely getting that water can would make this far easier, so you don't have to refill so much. Water the fucking thing. Looks like maybe you can only handle like 4 or 5 at a time. Well, if this is it, this is extremely simple and basic. Although I don't see anybody else here, so it's definitely not something I can do while editing, but as long as it gives me those skilling sets, then it's going to be very useful. It doesn't really seem to give a ton of XP. Maybe we have to deposit the fruit. I'm just going to finish this one off and we'll see how much 15 fruits gives me. This is 15. 2100. Oh my god. Are you shitting me? That is so much faster than the normal farming. Holy shit. There's kind of like a bittersweet element of finding places like this, because like on one hand it's nice that you found a more efficient way of doing things, but on the other hand it's like the other thing I was doing was as slow as pig shit for like a fucking year. Okay, for every 3 we get 1 point, it looks like. So we can just leave of our own accord now, right? And now we should have 5 points. Honestly, maybe I should go for the watering can first, because it'll make this easier to farm. I'm gonna get everything anyway. Well, I don't really know what to get first. Probably I should get the set first, actually. So that way I get more XP while I'm doing this, and then I can go for this to make it a little bit easier and less annoying. Alright, cool. Well, I won't be able to do this while editing, unfortunately. But this is definitely a minigame, and I'll probably be farming it in between episodes here. Maybe I could level herb lore so we can do fairy tale. Maybe that would be a good idea, actually. Maybe I should level herb lore. Ooh, free lamp. Oh my god. I'll level herb lore to 57, maybe. That's gonna be so difficult, dude. I wonder if maybe I should just farm the Chaos Druids under Taverley. Ooh, actually, that might be a good idea. What if I get the herb box, right? The herb sack. And then I could farm... Yeah, okay, yep. We're going to get the herb sack, and then we're going to farm the Chaos Druids under Taverley, and we're going to get our herb lore to 57. I have a goal.
3 days later.
Alright, so I've been doing this for a little bit. I'm at 67 farming. I have obtained the hat, the trousers, and the boots, and I'm about to finish off with the chest here. I just got enough points. And I would just kind of wanted to show you my methodology in doing this, because I kind of got it down to a system now. So every 100 fruits that you turn in, you actually get a bonus. So whenever I'm taking a break from this, I always try to make sure I try to hit 100 for efficiency purposes. We just have 8 left over. Looks like for every 3 fruit you turn in, you get 1 point. I'm not sure if I said that yet. Oh god. And obviously, as you've noticed, I realized that you can bring more than 1 watering can. So I just fill up with 24 watering cans, and I could just do a few rounds, and then in between rounds I could just fill up at a barrel, and yeah, it's far easier. I actually don't even use the fertilizer at all. I'll show you in a second, but my strategy is basically, as long as you're doing something at all times, you're going to be growing the most amount of fruit that you could possibly grow. And actually just using the fertilizer is another thing to click on, and it kind of makes it a little hectic. and less chill. So yeah, I just plant seeds and then I water them. And yeah, like I said, I'll show you in a second here. But let's go ahead and finish off the farmer set. Just got the jacket left, which is 0.8%, and then 0.5 for the entire set. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, it's so good. Look how cool I look. We are farming. So now we got total 2.5%. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm not really sure what to get next. That was the main thing I wanted. I suppose probably we should get the seed box, the herb sack, and the grit colors can, because these are part of the collection log. And then I suppose we could get the auto weed as well, because this prevents weed from growing. Apologies to any stoners out there. I guess the excess you just spend on herb boxes and seed packs. Actually, the herb boxes would be quite useful to get my herb lore to 50. Was it 57 for this next quest? So I mean, it depends on how much I do this, but that could be a good way to level my herb lore, depending on how much is inside each box. But here, let me show you my methodology here. So this, it's obviously not a very AFK friendly activity, so I can't really do it while I'm editing. So the way that I have been doing it is I kind of just use it as a pacer for my editing. So I'll like edit for like an hour, then maybe I'll do this for like 10 or 20 minutes to take a break. Then I'll edit for an hour, then I'll do this for 10 or 20 minutes or whatever, sometimes less, sometimes more. It's a nice change of pace and kind of prevents me from getting burnt out. So as you can see, what I do is I just plant entire rows of seeds here, starting with all the way at the end there. I do not fertilize at all. I found when I fertilize, there's just too much clicking going on. I found it to be quite annoying. And I feel like this is the same, if not a faster rate of farming if we just do this. So we just plant all of our seeds, and then I just kind of water them. In the previous clip, I was running around like a madman with my head cut off, trying to keep up with plants randomly popping up and making sure to fertilize every patch. This is much more orderly and predictable. And for each run, I'm able to farm 17 eggplants, or whatever the hell these things are. So it's pretty chill. It's kind of an activity to where you can turn your brain off. I feel like this is something that kind of gets... oops, I missed one. Shit. I rarely make mistakes with this. I'll just blame it on me talking. I feel like this game kind of gets criticized for stuff like this. My friends know that I play the game at this point, obviously, and they kind of poke fun at me. They call it a clicking simulator. Alright, just... Okay, let me give you some education, because clearly you need it. First off, putting aside the fact that click-based games is an entire genre that's completely legitimate. Shoutouts to Cookie Clicker. Here's something you have to understand, okay? And this is mostly me venting to my friends who aren't here right now, because something that happens to me is that I'll get in like disagreements with people, and then only much later, when I'm stewing over it, am I able to work out a coherent argument for my side. But people play games for many reasons, okay? Maybe you want a game that's very action-packed, like an FPS, and you're constantly pushing objectives, and your senses are always running, and it's really competitive. Maybe you want a strategic game that teases your brain and gives you puzzles to solve. Perhaps you want some thrill of an RNG, like in a roguelike, of getting that perfect run. Or maybe, just maybe, you want something to turn your brain off. Okay? Let's talk about this. Turning your brain off. I don't know about you guys, but I am a big fan of turning my brain off. As long as it's in moderation, I actually see it as quite a healthy thing to do, especially in today's day and age. I know that every generation says this, and I'm about to sound like an old man, but I do. I feel like life in general is far more complicated these days, both on a global level and on a personal level. And that's for many reasons. I think just as we get older, life in general becomes more complicated, but there's also technology to consider. I feel like people are much more plugged in these days than they used to be. Everyone has social media. Everyone has these little rectangular computers in their pockets at all times. And perhaps this is my inner introverted basement dwelling shut-in speaking, but I believe that people weren't meant to be reached and reachable 24/7, 365. And with how technology has advanced, we are all the time, actually. What we have here, okay, we have a problem of an overabundance of information. We know what's going on with everyone, everywhere, all at once. Whether we know the person, whether we don't know the person, our brains are constantly bombarded with information, advertisements, agendas, manipulations, and what happens if you think of your brain as a computer. I think you have sort of like this latent background program running in your head at all times that is eating up all of your processing power and your memory and requires you to be plugged in to some degree. And because you're plugged in, this disallows you to disassociate and to unplug your brains. Actually, this is a good comparison we had. We need to defragment, okay? Defragmentation. That is the key phrase of this mini rant I am treating to you right now. Unplug your brains. The ability to disconnect with everything outside of your personal bubble, I feel is a very natural and needed thing sometimes. And people do many things to achieve this. Some people like to go on walks in nature and appreciate nature. I swear to you, I'm not high right now. I'm just tired. But yeah, they like to go on walks because, it's a very simple thing. You don't have to think about anything. Just have to put one foot in front of the other and just be, really. Maybe some people have some sort of a personal hobby, like weightlifting, some other form of exercise, playing music. Maybe they'll get lost in a movie or they'll binge a TV show all day. Maybe perhaps they watch some monotone doucher on YouTube. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What matters is that I believe we are drawn to these things because it's kind of like a way to live in the moment. It's a way to calm ourselves down, to shut off our brains in a healthy way. These activities are definitely comfort zones. And the point I'm finally going to get to here is that, aside from action, puzzle solving, exploring, FPS games, racing games, sports games, whatever, some people play games to relax. So this would be games like, Stardew Valley or something, or maybe Minecraft. And OSRS, I feel, and a lot of MMOs, in fact, can be extremely relaxing, depending on how you play it. If you're more of kind of like a solo player and you just, do your own thing without any sort of super competitive, strenuous activity, this will ring more true. But it's long-form character progression. Any action that you perform, even if it's really small, can progress you in some way, which is a very satisfying feeling. Just like how in life we work towards these long-term goals that we have, and seeing some sort of identifiable progress, I believe, is an inherently comforting thing for us as humans. I'm not high, okay? And returning to my point of turning off your brain, OSRS is very good at this because it has quite a few very simple activities, such as what you're seeing right now. I think it actually specializes in stuff like this. I remember making a joke earlier in the series that I seem to have my most philosophical moments doing agility laps. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is, that the activity is so simple and it requires basically no thought. So you are able to finally turn your brain off. And this is important distinction here, okay? Everybody's still with me? You turn your brain off, not necessarily to be unable to think, okay? But to flush out all of the tertiary, unneeded fucking garbage that's bogging it down, to defragment, so that you are able to think. Even like if you don't care about certain pieces of information, they tend to kind of stick in your brain and clog things up and prevent you from focusing on what like actually matters. I think it's a very similar feeling that, you would get from like a nature walk where, for an extended period of time, you can just focus on something very simple and to flush out all of the stresses of, I have to do X activity by Y date. What if this thing happens? What if that thing doesn't happen? Even if you're not directly thinking about them, I feel like all of these things and stresses tend to kind of have a tendency to run in the background, and being able to turn them off and to flush them out and to gain serenity is something that is very valuable and is very much needed by people, so much so that, sometimes people turn to, more unhealthy things such as drugs and alcohol to achieve them, which MMOs can be unhealthy, definitely, for sure. But, just like with anything in life, you have to wield them in ways that can be healthy for you. Anything can be healthy or unhealthy for you, depending on how it's used, is my personal belief. I think for a lot of people, these games and MMOs in general, especially since they're these online worlds, they're sort of our comfort zones. They are something relaxing to come back to. Oh God, they're worlds that, they don't change, or they change so gradually that it's hard to notice in the moment. I would like to reiterate, I am not high, but yeah, anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Other than that, this is my dissertation in defense of OSRS and why rooftop agility and activities like this are legitimate gameplay, so don't hate, okay? Just don't hate. Don't get caught up in the whys or whats, just be. You just have to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this for a few thousand more times, I suppose. And I will update you guys if anything substantial happens.
3 days later.
Alrighty, so I've been kind of doing a mix of just more crabbing. Farming's at 69. Nice. Tax at 77. I'm not sure if this is new or not. But I am working on the Tomb Raider video, and it's probably going to be a big enough project to where I should do 2 OSRS episodes in a row. So I figured the first thing we should do, remember, goal is this: Fairy Tale Part 2, Cure a Queen. So I was just gonna kind of look at my herb stock and see if we can level. Oh, and remember as well, just outside of Gamil, there's the Nightmare Zone, which this was a long time ago now, but I suspected that was related to herb lore, so we can try that as well to see if maybe that's a good way to level it. I suppose we should try that before we spend any herbs, actually, so let's just do that. Oh, also as well, if we have time in this video, we'll probably save it for the end, but I would like to start another boss. And, this isn't technically part of the challenge, but it's, I've been kind of trying to collect a bunch of crap, and obviously there's a lot of stuff to collect from the bosses. And we did the Barrows chest, we did Brutus, so I figure, every episode or every few episodes or whatever, we can knock out a boss on here. as far as choosing which one, where was it now? Yeah, here we go. So this shows the level of the bosses. Obviously we start at the Barrows. Brutus is level 30, so it's at the lowest level on here. It looks like it. So just based off of the levels here, good choice would be Bryophyta, which I did actually take a peek at already. And there's really like no reason to do this for like gear or anything. It drops Bryophyta's essence, but who knows what this does. It would just purely be like a collection log type of thing, and just to you know, see another boss in the game. Bryophyta the Moss Giantess is a moss giant boss found in her lair in the Varick sewers. In order to access Bryophyta's lair, a mossy key obtained from killing a moss giant is required. Moss giants, I believe, are kind of nearby, aren't they? Weren't they north of Arduni? I think moss giants were like right here, kind of near the fishing guild. Or were they up here? I think they're like right here. Is it just any moss giant? I wonder if you need a key for each attempt, or you just get one and then you can kill it over and over again. It says combat level 128, so it's kind of like a lower level boss. So I feel like it would make sense to start with the easier bosses, right? If I sound tired too, by the way, it's literally 2 a.m. right now. I was having trouble sleeping, so I rolled out of bed in my underwear. I did put pants on and a pajama shirt, so I'm not naked or anything, so you know, it's not weird, but yeah. Don't click the frickin' wiki button. So this is the Varick sewers, huh? Here be dead stuff. I think I actually kind of remember this. Didn't we get a key from the Varick sewers like a million years ago? Here's Scurious. Scurious, I know, is a famous boss in this game. He's a rat boss, and Scurious' spine. Again, it doesn't tell you what it does. So this would just be purely to see a new boss / collection log stuff. If we have time at the end of this video, let's do that. If you don't remember, I determined that this was an alchemist minigame because, as you can see, absorption potion, overload potion, super magic potion, super ranging potion. It says it's a minigame on the map here, so I was thinking... Ooh, rewards chest. I was thinking that this is a way to level Airblore, which would be perfect to get our 57 required for this next quest. So, spectator potion. Let's just talk to this guy first. Welcome to the Nightmare Zone. Would you like me to create a dream for you? The original plan came to me in a vivid dream when I was younger, you see. I saw myself running a successful business from a great structure in a strange land. Well, I say strange, but I'd never left Lunar Isle at the time, and this place was very hot and dry, unlike anything I'd seen before. When I told my father about the dream, he laughed and said that I should become a banker like him and his father before him. But at that moment, I knew it wasn't the... Just tell me what the minigame is about, you doucher. This dude's giving me his life story. I had to find out what this dream meant, and if it was the vision of the future or not. Growing up, oh my god, I studied hard, more than magic, blah blah blah. Having learned as much as I could on Lunar Isle, I set out to find and learn other great wizards I heard of stories as a child. I set out to travel the world, discovering more about the dreams that enabled me of the dream I had as a child. Oh my goodness gracious. I need to know what this dream meant, if it was truly a vision of the future. If I still knew the translocation of the tower I saw, I was going to call it Domini's Tower, but I found not any strange place for the building just yet. That's why I started this small business venture in the meantime, selling dreams to people. I just need a big enough crowd to kickstart my business. It's all part of my fight. Oh my god!
One eternity later.
He didn't even tell me what it does. Oh my god. I then okay, he's actually explaining it. Take essence of these memories and put it in the vial you see on the plinth. Imbue a bit of magic, then give the vial a bit of a shake, and when you drink it, you'll be able to relive an encounter close to the original. What? I have no idea what this guy is talking about. Create a one-on-one encounter with an adversary you've defeated in your adventures? What? This sounds combat related. Invite up to 4 friends? I don't have any friends. I've never had any friends. That's why I play MMOs. This sounds very combat related. Okay, let's get armor. The reward shot. You buy flax, bucket of sand, compost potion, air rooms. This is all worthless shit. Oh, an herb box. An alternate way to get the herb box. We just saw this from the farming minigame. Vial of water. A scroll of redirection. What is this? Use this on a teleport to house tablet to redirect the tablet. What? You can imbue black masks, slayer helmets, salve amulets, and certain rings. Okay. Oh god. What can you get from it? Hang on, first off, what can you get from this? Minigames. It says it's not a minigame, or at least there are no rewards for it. The Nightmare. Is this it? You can get the Inquisitor set. The Nightmare Staff. Little Nightmare. That sounds like a pet. Volatile Orb, Harmonizer, Eldritch Orb, Jar of Dreams. You can get a set from this. Okay, let's gear up. I feel like we should do Guthons because we will have some sort of self-healing, right? He said bring some money. Let's practice. Normal. What? Oh, you can refight like bosses? Count Draenor? Drink from the vial in the enclosure when you're ready to fight. Blah. I want to suck your cock. I mean blood. Blood. I want to suck your blood. Okay. Well, you just got destroyed. The dream is finished. Please drink from the vial to wake up. So it's kind of like a boss challenge. Let's do an endurance. Endurance normal. Deduction from the coffer. The dream will feature the following enemies. Oh, we can fight Elvarg. We fight all of these? What? Oh my god. Alright. Secatures. Oh, I suppose we'll need that for the Tanglefoot. Count Draenor. Anti-Dragon Shield. You need that for Elvarg. They give you some magic. Okay. Strength Pot. The Corsair Trader. Oh, this is the doucher from the Corsair Cove quest. Remember him? Oh, we're just gonna destroy these now. We're way more geared. Alright, Elvarg. We should magic. We should protect from magic, right? Let's go, bitch. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Wow. We need to have a one-hander to use the anti-dragon shield. Should we bust out old reliable for Elvarg? Oh my god, this is a blast from the past from like a year ago, dude. We're gonna rune longsword for Elvarg. So we got 119 reward points, so we spend it on this. Really, like the only thing I feel is worth it is the herb box. How do you get this stuff? How do you get the Inquisitor's gear set? Okay, we're gonna equip our shield this time, obviously. Freaking protect from magic prayer is a complete scam. Doesn't protect from dragon's fire, which is magic, by the way. Yeah, things are a little bit different this time, huh, buddy? I remember your cheesy magic spamming ass. Wow, the anti-dragon fire shield really reduces dragon fire damage by a lot. Jesus. I got something a little bit better than steak sandwiches this time, you f***. There you go. Piece of shit. Dragon bones. The Moss Guardian. Oh, I used all of my prayer. Oops, I was not paying attention. Just realized too, by the way, luckily you don't, like, actually die if you die in here. 834 points. Wow, Dragon Bones give 72 prayer XP. Here's the Tree Spirit. This is from, God, from Entrana Island, whatever quest this was associated with. This whole event is kind of like a blast from the past. All these bosses I killed a million years ago. But at this point, I feel like, you know, this has nothing to do with herb lore. Here's the Tanglefoot. We got a Secateurs. There you go. Khazard Warlord. This is from, oh god, the Gnome Quest. Remember the gnomes? We had to kill this guy for the gnomes. Yeah, dude, this Guthon set is so bro. I'm gonna have to use this a lot. 100% lifesteal on 25% of your attacks is just crazy, because that means the higher offense you have, the higher defense you have, pretty much. Oh, it's Chronozon. Oh, shit. From, oh my god, dude. This guy was a million years ago. This guy you needed to weaken by using, death magic. But we're just kind of destroying him, so. That's why they have death runes here, though. Look, see? In each element. Yep. You had to use the elemental spell with each death thing. And he regenerates. Okay, so we actually, hang on, we have to do that. Shit. There we go. The Black Demon. This is, Glows. Glow the gnome from, the Tree Village. Oh my god. This is kind of cool. I like this. It's a boss rush straight out of a Capcom game, like a Mega Man game. Malicious Ashes. Oh, I didn't see what that said. Here's a message. I guess it just said leave, because we did everything. Oh, we got 5,000 reward points, and now we can spend this here if we want. Dude, that's crazy. Like, this herb box is so cheap compared to how much it costs from the farming minigame. Alright, so that's the Nightmare Zone. It's just kind of like a boss rush. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with alchemy like I suspected. And to find a different way to level Herblore. So there was a Herblore minigame, however, it requires a quest and it requires a Herblore that's higher than what I need for the quest, so that's worthless to us. I know this is Herblore related, by the way, because if you look in collections, you go to minigames. We found this a while ago. Mastering Mixology, you have the Alchemist set, which is surely the XP set for Herblore, right? So when we want to unlock this, we need to do a quest and have level 60, but that doesn't help us because we need 57. Well, I guess... shit, how the hell are we gonna level Herblore? I say we just do Prayer Restore potions. Rannerweed and Snapegrass. I think we don't have any Rannerweed though. Oh no, we have a shit ton of Rannerweed. Oh, you know what? I was planting this while I was leveling my construction. Whenever I went to Falador, Arduni, and Kurand, those 3 cities, I would visit the nearby herb patch and I would plant a Rannerweed because I wanted to farm Prairie Store potions. Okay. I wonder if... would this be enough to get us to 57? I sincerely doubt that. That herb box would actually be very useful right now. So how about we run that one more time, and we'll get enough points for the herb box. So that's actually useful, even though it's not alchemy related. We'll be able to buy... oh wait, is the herb box... shit. Yeah, see, it's the herb sack. That's the herb container. Okay, never mind. Shit. I mean, I guess that would be a way to farm herbs, though. I wonder how many herbs are in the herb box. So we're going to have to farm some herbs. Remember, under Taverley, we have the Chaos Druids, and they drop herbs. So I wonder if maybe we can just kill them over and over. Actually, at this point, I might have enough of those farmer points to just buy the herb sack. So maybe we could do that. Maybe we could buy the herb sack. Then we can go under Taverley, kill the Chaos Druids, and just farm herbs that way, and then just grind our Herblore up like that. The only other option would be farming, which, I don't know if I feel like doing that right now. Yeah, but I think making Prayer Restore potions to level would be wise, because obviously I'd be using those quite a bit. Kind of want to get the herb sack so I don't have to keep going back and forth between the bank when I'm farming Snapegrass as much. 265. Wow. Damn, I had more than I thought. Herb sack is 250. Yes. Okay. Oh, I scared my dog by doing that. I'm sorry, baby. What the fuck? You need 58 Herblore to purchase this? Why? That is ridiculously stupid. Wow. I just got cock-blocked. I kind of want to buy an herb box just to see how many herbs you can get. It's 30 points, which is kind of a lot, honestly, but let's screw it. Let's just buy one. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 7 herbs, and it's Guam leaf. That's like the lowest level herb. Oh my god, that was not worth it at all. What the hell was the point of that? I can't, you need 58, it's an herb sack. How can you not figure out how to work a fucking sack? He literally just put herbs inside the sack. Oh my god. It's too late for me to be getting angry. Okay. I'm gonna farm snape grass until we have 326 snape grass. Because then we'll make all of those potions. The good thing about this is that we're gonna have so many prayer pots by the end of this. Cool. Okay, so plan for this video in case you've lost track. 57 herb lore. That's enough requirements to get the quest for the fairy teleport rings. We do that quest. Then at the end of the video, if we have enough time, I'll take a beer. I could use a beer, honestly. So we complete that quest, and if we have enough time after the quest, let's go ahead and kill one of those bosses. Maybe we'll try to kill Bryophyta. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this for the next 3 hours, I guess, or however long this is gonna take. This is my life now. Hopefully I don't fall asleep at my keyboard, which I probably will because it is now 2:40 a.m.
Woo! Tomorrow.
It's the next day. I actually fell asleep at my computer. I ended up realizing that I actually had more Ranner potions lying in wait. As you can see, I got 532 actually. Remember, the goal is 57. I'm reminding myself more than you guys because there's about a 12-hour lapse in between now and the last clip. This is a little curious too, by the way. I noticed this last night on this peninsula. You can look at the sand. If you click on it, it says, looks like a medium pile of sand. It's not a small pile of sand. It's not a large pile of sand. It is a medium pile of sand, and my character is just infatuated with it. We can look at it. We can examine it. Both actions don't yield the most insightful information about the mysterious pile of sand, but by golly, that right there is a pile of sand. Maybe it'll come in handy in the future. I wonder if this is like related to a quest or something, and I've given myself a leg up. There's going to be a quest somewhere out there in the world of Gielinor that tasks me, hey yo, can you find me a medium pile of sand? And I'll be like, hey, you know what? I got you, bro. There's this peninsula by the Scam Crafting Guild that doesn't allow you to access the bank until you complete challenges, and there's no way of knowing that before you unlock it. Right off the peninsula is what you seek. Not a large pile, not a small pile, a medium pile of sand. Sorry, I just woke up and I'm kind of weird when I just wake up. More weird than usual, I should say. But yeah, let's finish getting this snape grass, and then we'll make our potions, and hopefully this will carry us at least close to 57.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I made all prayer potions, which puts us at 48 of 57. And we also unlocked the ability to make super attack potions, is what I have like materials for at the moment. And I just made a bunch of Irrit potions, so now I'm going to combine them with Eyes of Newt. Here on my prayer pots, 558 prayer potions. So that should tide me over for quite a while. 100, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Probably, yeah, it won't take us to 57, but this will get us a good chunk of the way there. Wow. Oh my god, it gives you 16 attack. Super indeed. Actually, you know what? I wonder if, does this stack with strength potions? Do we have a World of Warcraft classic situation here where you can stack like like a million different consumables in the game? Oh my god, it does. It stacks. Look at that. Interesting. All right, cool. That's very good because that means we're getting a nice repertoire of consumables to stack up for boss fights. Sweet. Oh, super energy potion. Hang on. Mortmire fungi. Mortmire fungi is in the druidic ritual quest where we used the sickle to create the mushrooms. That sounds pretty useful, actually. Agility potion, toad flax, and toad legs. Toad legs we can get right from Taverley, no? I guess we can make agility potions, and agility potions might actually be useful. Assuming they increase your agility, we can maybe pass some agility checks when we're not supposed to. Right? I guess we don't need a weapon. I thought I remembered I killed them, but you just pick them up apparently. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna do this for a bit. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours, probably.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we got all of our toes legs, so now I'm going to be making agility potions to see how far that pushes us.
A few moments later.
Alright, so it only got us to 50. We can now use Avanto with Snape Grass, I suppose. I guess we may as well just do that. Although I doubt this is really going to get us that far. Well, looks like it's back to farming Snape Grass.
A few moments later.
Alright, we've expended all of our herbs and we managed to make it to level 52. So unfortunately we're 5 off from our goal. And I suppose I have two choices. I can either go farming, because I do have, a lot of herb seeds. But first I wanted to actually try to kill the Chaos Druids. Because like I said, they do drop herbs. They're just right here in the Taverley dungeon. So we're going to go check that out. I'm banking on these being low level enough to where we don't need food, but I don't actually know if that is the case or not. I don't even know what level herbs they drop as well. Let's see, they were right up here. They just drop bones. Okay, I guess it's not a guaranteed drop. Grimy Marintil. I believe we don't need Marintil. Grimy Rannerweed. Guam Leaf. They sometimes drop one herb. Sometimes they don't even drop anything. Grimy Haralander. So yeah, one of each. We got a Rannerweed, Marintil, Guam Leaf, Haralander, Lantidime. I can't even clean Lantidime, but you know what? That's actually a good sign because it means that they drop high level herbs too, so it's not just like a low level farm. Dude, this is gonna take fucking days. Are you kidding me? Well, I suppose I have nothing better to do. Alright, so I suppose this is gonna be my life for the next few days. So I'll just periodically check in, I suppose. Oh god. I'll see you guys later, I guess.
One eternity later.
Alrighty, so I don't even know when we last spoke. It's been at least a week of me doing this. Here's my attack level, just maybe you can gauge based off of this. It's not really an AFK friendly activity, because as you can see, they don't actively attack you. You have to manually click each one, and then if they dropped anything, you loot them, and they don't drop stuff half the time. I would say at least 50% of the time they don't drop anything, or any herbs rather. But I've just been doing this while I'm editing / playing retro rewind. But let's see how many herbs we got. We have quite a few at this point. I'm hoping that it's enough to get us to 57 rather. That's been so long I even forgot what the hell level we're supposed to get. 150, 500, probably around 2,000. This looks like 2,000 herbs. Oh, here as well. Would anybody like some head? They also drop their heads, and if you examine these, it says the druid soul is still in here. I could reanimate with adept reanimation. Remember, this was a million years ago, but we found in Arceus the different spell book, and that had reanimation spells. So apparently you can summon chaos druids as your minions, which sounds pretty cool. Honestly, I really need to mess with that more. We did unlock that ages ago, but I haven't really done anything with it. I'm quite content with my normal magic, to be honest, but I'm sure that would definitely be worth exploring. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to clean all of these herbs, and then we'll kind of decide from there what types of potions we want to make.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I cleaned everything, and I also took the liberty of putting them into potions so they're ready to combine for the actual XP part. Marintil and Terromin. Well, first off, all of these grimy ones I'm too low level to clean. Marintil and Terromin are kind of shitty because I think the only thing I can put them into, so ground unicorn horn, such little XP, and you have to kill a unicorn for each one. Like, for the most part, well, I don't know, we could do like red spider's eggs maybe if we realm hop in the volcano. But like, other than that, they want you to do it with swamp tar, and this is like really shitty because it's I think it's 15 swamp tar per craft. So like, it takes so much swamp tar for such little XP that I would really like to avoid that if at all possible. Dude, if this doesn't give us 57 herb lore, like, this was literally a week of farming. If this does not give us 57, you guys are going to be waiting on a video for a little while. I don't know what to tell you. I better not hear no sass back allowed for the break-in video if there is one. Hopefully we can do this, but this is what I got. I got 91 Avanto, 143 Irrit Leaf, 262 Haralander. I forgot what I was going to make these into. Looks like I'm doing Avanto with Snape Grass. I did farm the Snape Grass. Yes, okay, good. It's 113 per craft, which is very good. Oh, please. I'm so sick of that Chaos Druid cave, dude. This is so much time, what you're seeing right here, just so you know. This is many hours of time invested. I gotta complete a quest. I believe I've done no quest for this video, and I gotta make progress. Oh god. Ground Sabertooth, Kebbit. Oh wait, how do we what about the mixes? Do the mixes actually give us XP? Wasn't that just was that a potion with like the caviar and crap? Hang on. So does this give us herb lore XP? Oops, what did I do? I ate the caviar. Don't eat it. This... Okay, hang on. Wait, why is nothing interesting happening now? I just did it. What the hell? Do I need to take a swig of it? You can only use it on... Interesting. But can't we, can't you use, if we have an empty vial? Shit, of course we don't have any. Hang on, just for testing purposes, let me actually strength potion twice so we get an empty vial. Yes, so we can do it this way without having to waste it. And then, okay, we can get some herb lore XP by transforming normal potions into mixes. And the mixes heal you for a little bit, right? That's the trade-off. What was the other one? It was row, right? We could do barbarian fishing to turn all of the potions that we currently have into mixes, and surely that has to give us to 57, right? Alright, so I suppose if we don't reach 47, we'll probably do that. We'll get some fishing XP at the same time. Where the hell was the waterfall? It was north of Arduni. Here it is. So we gotta go here. There's actually a bank at the Barbarian Assault. So maybe that would be manageable. We just go, you know, between here and here. Oh god, please. Dude, this is so much time investment. Herb lore is like ridiculously slow to level, I will say.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we're halfway through 54 about, but we have 262 Haralander. Yeah, we gotta buy a lot of chocolate. So let's go to Arduni and buy chocolate. Oh god, they only give 68. Yeah, that's totally not gonna do it. Fuck.
A few moments later.
Did you need fishing bait for the fishing rod? We needed a knife, I know. I do not have a fishing container yet. I wonder where you get that. Every skill seems to have a container, but I don't have a container for fish. It seems as if the mini games are the activities that give you the containers, but no, yeah, see, fishing trawlers it's just the angler set. Huh. Where the hell do you get the fishing container? There has to be one. There's no way there's not a fishing container. Moss Giant. Okay. Need to remember this because these drop a key to get into Bryophyta's room. I feel like this is pretty decent fishing XP because you catch them so quickly. Wait, is this taking fishing bait? Okay, it does take fishing bait. There's actually other people here too, look at that. So maybe this is like a pretty decent fishing XP farm. If there's other people doing it, right? Oh my goodness gracious. How's it going, boys? Looks like they're actually dropping all of their fish too. So they must be just purely be doing it for XP. You even get cooking XP just for cutting open the fish. Alright, well I suppose I'm just gonna do this for a while. I'm not sure how much it'll take, but I'll just be doing this while I'm editing. It's much more AFK friendly activity at the very least, so yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Woo!
Tomorrow.
Alright, so it's the next day. I'm doing this a little bit, and I feel like I have enough to start making the potions. By the way, very efficient way of farming fishing XP. It's not the best for practical uses because, you know, we're not getting shark or anything or any food to eat, but the amount of fishing XP you get from catching these things is like ridiculously good. And I feel it's doubly so because there are a lot of people actually up there on the waterfall fishing. I see a ton of people all the time, so I don't really have a need for it right now because I mostly just kind of fish for food. But if I ever want to grind out fishing XP, that's probably going to be my method because it's the fastest by far. So there's roe and caviar. I'll just do this just to test it, but we're going to have to buy a bunch of empty vials to split these 3 furs into 2 furs and 1 furs. But I will just waste a couple of these just to see if there is an XP difference. Oh. You have to use caviar with this. Ah, okay. Does this work with agility? No, we need caviar. Let's try the fishing potion. Nope, need caviar. Damn, you need caviar for everything, huh? In the options menu, by the way, you can enable the clicking of this little circle to reorder this so you don't have to like left click every time. So you can just do this. Wow, that makes it way faster. Minuscule amount of XP, but every bit helps. Okay. So I guess the next step is to get, because I don't have any, I think. I don't actually have empty vials. So use with that. 33 for the super attack. 27 for the agility. 38 for, okay, so we're going to burn through the fishing mix first. Okay, good. I'm glad I tested that actually, because that is quite a substantial difference. Okay, so I'm gonna go buy a bunch of empty vials and we're gonna split these up. That's the next goal. I will once again take this opportunity to get feedback on, because this is me essentially doing what some of you guys have requested and showing more of the grinds. In the old way I was doing things, I probably just would have said, alright, I'll grind 57 herb lore and then we'll start the quest, and then, you know, we would have started the quest. But as I said, some of you have requested to see more of the grinding. This is me showing that to you. So I would like you guys to let me know if this is what you want to see, or maybe perhaps I'm being too detailed with it and there's too much tedium. It has kind of been a little bit of a challenge because, you know, obviously coming from World of Warcraft and not having experience not only with just this game at a base level, but making content based around this game. People have remarked that the way I make these videos is extremely different from... Oh, damn it, where do you get empty vials? She doesn't fucking sell vials? Where the hell did we... I guess we get them from Entrana, right? Entrana sells them. Yeah, people have remarked the way that I make these videos is remarkably different than what everybody else does. I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing, though, you know what I mean? Empty vial packs. So these have 100? Yes, okay. Yeah, from what I'm to understand, it's different, but hopefully it's like the good kind of different for the most part. Take 14 fish and we take 14 vials, right? And then we just do this. Oh, we gotta manually click these as well. Oh my god. Okay, so the real question is... You want detail, huh? How much detail do you want? So do you want to see every click of the potion? Okay, so we can do this. at least. Haha, so we don't have to right click. So then we can use the oneers with the oneers, and that makes a tour. Okay. Oh god. Be careful what you wish for, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, alright. I guess this is my life for like the next hour or so, or until I hit 57 herblore. This is quite the grind. I did not expect getting 57 herblore would be this grindy. This is kind of crazy.
A few moments later.
So we now have 312 twofers. So now I'm gonna need more caviar, so I gotta do more fishing, but let's do this so we don't accidentally eat it. 38 per. So let's just do a little bit of math here. 298 times 38. 11k. Okay, we see the lights at the end of the tunnel. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna go fish some more, get some more caviar. I'll split the super attack potions into things of 2, and then we'll make super attack mixes, and then we will unlock the teleports.
3:28 a.m.
Alrighty. So it's been, I don't know, it's been like a day, 2 days since we last recorded. I am just about to hit 57 here. Bam! This took like 2 weeks of farming. I did not anticipate this taking this long, but 57, we can now do the quest. We can make the magic essence potion, which I hope that this quest doesn't need, because I don't know where you get starflower and ground Gorax claw, so there definitely could be some rage incoming. Just to warn you, you might want to turn your volume down. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to unlock some teleports. Woo!
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.